Hey everyone, David Borduli here from Cyberleaks. Welcome to today's video where I'm going to talk about stock keeping units or SKUs for short in Business Central. I will cover what SKUs are, how they work, why they are often misunderstood, and their importance in managing inventory. Stick around for a clear breakdown, and if you have any questions or need a help with Business Central, please feel free to reach out at info@cyberleaks.com. Let's start with the basics. What are stock keeping units or SKUs in Business Central? SKU is a unique identifier for a specific variation of an item in your inventory. It is used to track different versions of a product, like a t shirt, in various sizes, colors, or styles, under a single item card, while maintaining separate details for each variation. For example, a classic t-shirt item might have SKUs for small white, medium red, and large black. Each SKU can have its own inventory level, pricing, and planning parameters such as reorder points or minimum stock levels. SKUs also allow you to set location-specific details like prices or vendors for the same item variation at different warehouses. This is super helpful for businesses managing multiple locations or complex inventory needs. In Business Central, SKUs are stored in the stock keeping unit table linked to an item. They streamline inventory management by reducing the need for separate item cards for every variation, keeping your system organized and efficient. Now let's address a common mix-up. SKUs are not the same as items. An item in Business Central is a parent record, like the classic t-shirt, holding general info like base price or description. A SKU is a specific variation of that item with its own inventory, pricing, or location-specific settings. SKUs are a game changer for inventory control. They let you track stock levels, costs, and sales prices per variant and per location. You can define unique planning parameters like reorder quantities or safety stock for each SKU, tailored to specific warehouses or markets. They also support features like lot or serial number tracking. For example, you can set different prices for a small white t shirt in your Chicago store versus your New York warehouse, or assign different vendors per location. SKUs make managing complex location specific or variant specific inventory scenarios efficient and error free. For businesses using Business Central, SKUs ensure you are tracking the right products in the right places, leading to better customer satisfaction, lower costs, and smoother operations. Now we are in the Business Central. I'm going to demonstrate how to create stock keeping unit for individual item using both item card and the stock keeping unit card. First, we are going to use an item, and I need to open item list. Here I'm going to select an item that I wish to create stock keeping unit for, and in this example I will be using desk. Let's select an open item card. Here I'm going to scroll down to planning fast tab and take a look at stock keeping unit exists field to see if there was any previous SKU created for this item. As we can see, it says no, so we're going to change it by clicking on more options. Then we need to click actions, functions, others, and click create stop keeping unit. From here, the first field I'm going to fill is create pair field, by which we are going to decide whether we are going to create SKU per location, per variant, or both. In this example, I will select location. We also can replace previous SKUs with the one I'm going to create right now. In this case, the item I selected doesn't have any previous stock keeping unit, so I'm going to skip this step. Lastly, what I want to do is to decide whether to filter specifically to a specific location or specific variant. In this case, I will choose specific location. Let it be silver warehouse. If I left this field empty, then system would create multiple different stock keeping units for every single location available to this item. So let's click OK. Stock keeping unit has successfully creating using the item card. And to confirm this, let's check stock keeping unit exists field, which already says yes. We can click yes, and we can see that we do have a new stock keeping unit, and it is specifically at the silver warehouse location. Now let's go back to the role center and create second SKU for the exact item, but this time I will be using the stock keeping unit card. Click on it to open the list. Click new. And here, firstly, I have to select an item. Again, I'm going to use desk item. Similarly, we did on item card. Here I also have to decide whether I'm going to make SKU per location, per variant, or both. And again, I'm going to use a specific location, but this time I will be using yellow warehouse. If we scroll down, we can see that few fields are already filled out. These fields are filled out after we chose the item number, and the system automatically used the information from item card. Now let's go back to stock keeping unit list. As you can see, we don't have any other stock keeping units rather than only one we created during this video. We can create stock keeping units for every single item using just one function. To do this, let's go back to the items list. We have to open any item. Let's select and open. As we did previously, we need to go actions, functions, and others. Select create stock keeping unit. Here, if we simply remove the item number, then system will create SKUs for every single item we have based on other configurations we pick in this screen, such as create pair. In this case, I use location, or specific filters, location filter or variance filter. Let's click OK, and we are going to wait while all the SKUs are created. Let's go back to the role center and find out our updated stock keeping unit list. Let's use search and type stock keeping units. And here you can see that stock keeping units have been created for every item we have in the system. Besides creating stock keeping units, we can also update already existing stock keeping unit. The reason we want to update SKU is because after creating them, each SKU has the exact configuration, such as stock keeping units for silver warehouse and stock keeping units for yellow warehouse have the same configuration right now. To fix this, let's find our desk with number 1936, and all of them are having the same configuration. Let's start with silver warehouse location and open stock keeping unit card. There is a number of fields that we can change. It is important to know what you really want this stock keeping unit card to do for you. In this case, I'm going to scroll down to Planning Fast tab and change reorder policy to maximum quantity. I will update reorder point to 10 and maximum inventory to 100. Now let's go back to SKU list and configure yellow warehouse location too. I will scroll down in this case to replenishment fast tab, and for replenishment system I will use transfer. I'm going to choose transfer from code, which is silver warehouse. And last thing I want to change is reordering policy, where I will choose lot for lot. Now, after we already have configured both stock keeping units, and when we purchase this desk in silver warehouse and then transferred to yellow warehouse. This was one small example about SKU configuration, though there can be multiple possibilities to configure stock keeping units. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, feel free to send a message to our email info@cyberleaks.com. Bye.